I'm curious to find out what you think about the future of movie making, because I've been talking to a lot of you directors and movie stars alike, and we're releasing movies now with virtual movies. What do you think the future of movie making is? Because it's become a different climate out there. Do you need the big studio to put on the big blockbuster now?
Well, I think they'll always go back to the theaters for an event kind of picture, like a big tentpole franchise type movie that needs that big sound and the big, screen and all that, the action films and the Marvel type films. But I don't know if there's going to be room for the, character pieces and, courtroom dramas and, romantic pictures. I don't know if the audience will still come back to that, because people are getting used to watching these films, on streaming platforms. And, I think what you're going to see is kind of a reduction in the theater audience. There'll be less people going to the theaters and probably more people watching at home, except for, like I say, the big event pictures. Then I think people will go.
Is that good or bad for movie making? If you had to be a director in this new climate, do you think more opportunity for you or better situation with the money of the big studio?
Ultimately, for people who like to put on a show, which is what I like to do, it's always better to have a shared experience with an audience, because then you're doing what you want to do, which is to reach you may reach a lot of people with a streamed film, but you're only reaching them 2 or 3 at a time. There's something about an audience making a commitment to being in a darkened room with each other for 2 hours and having that shared commitment. And I think that's for storytellers, I think it's unfortunate. But in terms of opportunities of making things, I think there'll be more opportunities to make films. But I don't think the experience of seeing them will be as good.
Download it wherever you get your podcasts.